Okay, so here's my test run of the version 5 of Kiki. It is a hobo bag, and if you print it, depending on what size you print it, this is how big it is at 100%. So at 100%, it's a big hobo bag. This is a nice size. I guess you could put this egg a spend the night bag, a spend the night bag, and you're gonna need about a yard and a half to make this bag. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull up the instructions. All right. So all pattern pieces include the seam allowance. So just cut it out. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, we are back. Now, I have switched my fabric because I wanted my lining to match. So, I wanted my lining to match, and I picked, so we're going to go with this. We're going to go with a denim. And here's the line. Oh, no. Here's the lining. And what I had picked before was a vinyl. And I was concerned of my needle, my thread. When using vinyl, you probably can't see anything. When using vinyl, you want to use a thicker thread, like a Tech 70 or something like that, depending on your machine. I want to say for domestics, we can't go no higher than Tech 35 or 40, one of the two. So yeah, I didn't want to. I want to use regular old serger thread that I use. So let's start with the lining zipper pocket with this piece, the lining, and we're about to cut a section for the zipper. Let's get back to the instructions. Alrighty. Okay, other part, interfacing. Now, the instructions say to interface your main body, lining bottom, and facing pieces. Here's the thing. If you are using, so this, you could interface this because it's thin. You see how flowy it is? And I guess you could interface this. It's kind of flowy, but this being denim, it's a little structured. A little structured, not a lot. It depends on what kind of bag you want. Do you want your bag to stand up on its own? Then go ahead and interface it. If you want that slouchy, squishy hobo, don't line him. Okay? Okay, so no. First instructions say to cut the tabs. Okay, so we cut everything out. Now okay, so we're making the tabs. Okay. No, that's the line. Okay, so you have your tabs. This is the closure, and this is the strap. All right, so what you want to do, this is with your tab, your strap, and your closure is pretty much the same way. So get your face up. You really can't. Let me see if I can get this so you can see it better. All right. So we're face up. You want to fold it in half. Oh, you want to fold it in half. And I also said if you can iron your fabric. So if you're using vinyl, you can't do that. If you're using velvet, certain velvets, you can't. No, I don't think you can do it with velvet. You can't do it that way. Okay. If you are using those type of fabrics, you're gonna need a roller, or you can definitely do it by hand. That's an option. All right, so next you want to take the right side, fold it into the center, fold it into the center. Hold on. I'm trying to show you and not burn myself at the same time. And we're going to repeat for the left side. You're folding it into the middle. Okay. Because this iron is no joke. It's steamy. It's hot. It's good and hot. Oh, so you got your right side put in, your left side put in, and you're going to fold both sides together. Fold both sides together. Here we go. Okay. Do both of your tabs that way. Okay. So I'm gonna show you one more time with this is the strap. It's the longer piece. Okay. You fold it in half. So you put the wrong sides together. All right. Open it up. Take one side, right or left, it does not matter. I think I start with the right in the directions though, but it really does not matter. And then fold both together. Now, one of my testers said that, this is the strap, she said the closure, she said that piece is not long enough. So, okay. Okay, so here are your tabs. Your tabs, your closure, and your strap. And you can tell difference because by length. Okay. Okay, we're making the lining. So grab one of your lining bottoms. No, this is your line. Yeah, this is your lining bottom. And wrong side up. We're gonna make our zipper box. And I would pick a slippery fabric for my lining, but that's why I'm using weights, because this fabric is trying to roll around on me. Let's use the water soluble side. And you're gonna draw your box. Now, you can also there's instructions for you making the box on your own. It looks like a lot of ink is gonna go to the other side, but it's okay. Okay. And so you wanna, you need your zipper. Hold on for a minute. Okay, so you got your zipper, your lining pockets, lining pocket. Okay. You want to place your lining pocket. I need a ruler. Hold on. Okay. You want to take the lining bottom, lay it right side up, place one of the lining bottoms 1/2 inch from the top edge, okay? I'm going to find the middle point. That's all. That's all I'm doing right here, is finding the middle point. That makes it easier. You want to come down a 1/2 inch. That's about right there. I would mark it, but let me see if I mark it with the purple, because the purple is supposed to disappear with air. So let's see, 1/2 inch, right? Let's see, 1/2 inch down, right sides together. Mark in the middle doesn't hurt. Okay, so we're going to take the lining bottom, place it right side up, this right side up, and we're taking the lining pocket, and we're placing it a 1/2 inch down from the edge and centered, right side down. So right sides together. Now I'm going to pin it in place. Okay. Now you flip it over and you sew. You flip it over and you sew along this line here. And the tip is to only sew the long pieces. It makes it easier to flip out. Okay? I'll be back. Okay, we are sewn up. So what you want to do next is cut along the center line until you get about a 1/2 inch from the end, and then cut a triangle. Okay, snipping close to the corners. So I make a small little hole. See what I'm doing. Just cut gently, carefully. About a 1/2 inch. Start angling towards that corner. Come on back. Angle towards that corner. You want to go to and not through. Even though we didn't put any stitches there, but still. Okay, to and not through. All right. Next, we want to turn the lining fabric through the hole you just cut. You just cut out to the back, press open neatly. Okay, so you want to take this, push it through. Okay. Seems incorrect, but that's just me. All right, and then I'm gonna go press it. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, so there we go. Next step is to grab your zipper, and you're gonna place it right side up. Right in the window. Put your zipper right in the window. Place your zipper to the back piece created in the previous step. Check placement. in the front, reposition as needed, and then top stitch around the opening to secure the zipper in place. Okay. Okay, the zipper is in. Next step is to put the lining together. So we're going to take the facing pieces. Oh, no, too fast. We need to put the other pocket on. Too fast. How did I miss that in the directions? Okay, so we did a top stitch around the open to secure the zipper in place. Place the second pocket lining. Okay, and I should have cut out those threads. Place the second pocket lining piece on the back of the pocket lining, clip in place, stitch along the side, top, add a 1/4 to a 3/8 inch seam allowance, leaving the bottom open. Okay, so you want to put these, hold on, I can't concentrate. Ooh, is my zipper even going to work? These threads like this? Hold on. Okay, so with right sides together. You can clip or you can pin. I'm a pin girl originally, but depending on how thick my fabric is, then I'll use clips. But you can use pins today. And remember, 3/8 seam allowance is already included in your pattern piece, so you could go ahead and just do 3/8 seam allowance. And you want to go, for me, this is how I do it. I go start here, I go up, go around, go down, and make sure you're only catching the pocket. You don't want to catch your lining, okay? And then we're going to leave the bottom open. All right, pocket bag is on. Now, grab your, so we're getting ready to put the lining together. So you want to grab your 2 facing pieces and your 2 lining pieces. So it's right sides together. Okay, we got right sides together. We're going to line up the straight edges, and we're going to pin or clip into place. We're going to pin or clip into place. Okay. After you attach it, you want to you're gonna flip up the lining. This is the lining. You're gonna flip it up. You're gonna press it this way. It's looking pretty already. You're gonna do that to both sides, and then you're gonna stitch it an 1/8 at an 1/8 seam allowance, so a really skinny seam allowance right here. Okay. All right, top stitch is done. Really close to the edge. Next step is to sew the lining together. Okay. Now, right sides together. And every time I come to this camera, I don't have my pins and my clips. And yes, that's still open, okay? We're still leaving that open because that's how we're gonna close our bag. So you wanna sheet line up your seams. Okay, at the bottom of your lining, you want to leave about a 6-inch opening. You're going to turn your bag through the bottom of this hole. So, I would say 6. Okay. Again, 3 seam allowance. Leave these open. That's our next step. So we're gonna sew all the way down around to here, leaving this open, and then back up. Okay. Okay. So we've sewn the sides together, sewn the bottom. We left an opening. Let's do these corners. Now the corners match up the center seams. So that's this two right here. Okay, you want to match them up. One seam going right, one seam coming left. And I'm going to pin them together. Pin or clip. Okay, one more time. So I'm going to take the center seams. You're going to match them together. One going right, one going left. And we're going to sew at a 3. I'm going to sew at a 3/8 seam allowance. Okay. And this is what you should have. This is what you should have. Okay. All right. This is our lining, all put together. And again, this is open. That's open. And that's open. Next step is the main body. Here are our main body pieces. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to, well, it's not the same thing. Right sides together. Right sides together. You're going to pin and clip your sides all the way down. And pin and clip your sides all the way down. You're going to, same thing what we did on the lining, we're going to line those seams up and box our corners. On the main body bag, we're going to sew all the way across. Box our corner. Okay, I'll be right back. And we're sewing all of this at a 3/8 seam allowance. All right, now here is the body of the bag. Okay, the body of the bag. You got the lining of the bag. So what is our next steps? All right. Next step is adding our closure. Adding the closure. This part I need to add to the instructions. Oof, I don't feel comfortable. I want to trim this off, or trim it down so that when I turn it, it's not so thick. I'm going to use a point turner. Get them nice and sharp. That's good. Real talk, I might think I am. I'm gonna press it. Press those seams open. Okay. So in the directions it says we're getting ready. Oh. Okay. So you got your hardware, your tab pieces. We're gonna take our tab pieces, and I probably should have top stitched them. Cut them in half. And I might go back and top stitch them again. Oh. Okay. Now I have to, okay, so decide which one's your front, which one's your back. Find the middle and cut a tiny little divot out. Okay, do that on the front and the back. Okay. From the very bottom, from the very bottom, mark 1 inch. I use a chalk. Mark 1 inch. That's what I should have did. For your, okay. You're going to mark 2 inches. 1, 2. And you're going to do this for your tab and your swivel hook. And fold it to that 2 inch mark. And sew it down. So that's what we did here. You want to place your tab on that 1 inch line, pin it down, and we're going to sew across here. All right, so after you sew that down, flip it up and pin it in place. Now, look at it real good, trying to make sure it's not crooked. So what I'm getting ready to do is stitch it across to here. I also stitched it down here. So there's a space here, but it's not gonna move. It's still a crooked to me, but it's on there. Let's put the closure on. All right, so on the back, measure up 4 inches from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and measure up 4 inches from the bottom and mark it. Okay. All right. So just like the front, we're going to place that right there. And pin it down. Pin it down. And we're going to sew it across. Alright. We're going to fold it up. Again, same as the front. We're going to fold it up. And pin it down. Again, take your time. Check, check, and double check to make sure that it's centered. I picked it up in my hand. To make sure it meets. This is actually too much. It's gonna have a, see how that's not straight? See how that's not, it's leaning? That's, it's super bright yellow. May not have been a great idea, but it's done now. Okay, take your time. Kind of crooked in the back. But air is human. Ugh, kind of crooked. Lord, mercy, it's really crooked. It's still crooked. That's on the lean. That's crooked on the back. Okay, you want to sew it down somewhere around the middle because you still need this space for when you attach the lining. All right, so you need your lining, you need your outer bag, your exterior. So you're gonna take your exterior and put it inside your lining, but you want to make sure that your zipper is towards the back. So make sure your zipper is open. And liner. So we're doing right sides together. Right sides together. All right, we need to put our straps in. I mean our tabs in. Right? So you want to center your tab in between here. A lot of layers. We're going to clip all the way around. All right. So everything is sewn. Okay. Now, you're going to want to reduce the bulk, right? You want to cut the corners off. Don't cut that corner off. Don't cut the thread. Around your curves, just clip. Don't go through the stitches, just a little bit. Okay, do that all the way around. All right, we're ready to turn. So we're gonna do that opening we left in the lining. Okay. You want to now the hole that we left in the pocket, we're gonna go through here, and this piece right here, we're gonna bring it up through the pocket. Now we're gonna close it. Just go straight across. Okay. Now the bottom of your bag is closed. Push it back through the pocket. Now let's close the pocket. Then we'll take the pocket, and you're going to, you see how you fold that in, and you fold that in, and when you pull it, it folds in on itself. Let's pin that and sew it straight across. All right. Zipper is, don't mind my stitching. Zipper is closed. I mean, pocket is closed. And you want to make sure you get all the threads because it will stick in, it will get caught in your zipper and break your zipper. Alright, let's push everything. How does this, how does it already have a top stitch? Pull that out. Take a little long. Pull that out. And we're pushing everybody down. And we are probably, no, we are gonna pass. Right. Yeah, if you can iron your fabric, go ahead and press all of this down all the way around. Okay, once it's all pressed out, looking good. Once it's all pressed out, we're gonna top stitch. Here's the thing. I'm assuming that depending on how thick your needle is, you may or may not be able to get through here. So get up as high as you can. That's all I can say. Get up as high as you can. So we're gonna top stitch all the way around here. And here she is. Okay. Last step is the strap. Now you can attach your straps. You're gonna do the straps the same way you did this. You're gonna mark 2 inches, fold it over on both, either on this or on some swivel hooks. You can add a strap like this. This is an option. But for the most part, your bag is complete. Pat yourself on the back.